Well, and so far my toughest challenge has been a mute little girl. Ay. Intelligence revealed a lieutenant for the Russian mob, Lazo, was throwing a party on his yacht in Moscow, and they might be a source concerning the Halbeck missiles. Agent Thornton boarded the yacht to find out what Lazo knew about the missiles and their destination. When Lazo was encountered, however, he attacked Agent Thornton immediately. After dealing with Lazo, Agent Thornton made his way to the upper decks, encountering resistance from a terrorist group known as G22, who were after the same information. Agent Thornton made his way to Lazio's computer system and downloaded an IP address for Lazio's boss. As he was completing the download, he encountered a G22 team led by a mute teenage girl. She refused to identify herself and attacked. Thornton defeated the enemy agent Sis, then attempted to reason her. She refused to speak, but gave Thornton a locket and vanished. Effect: Sis and G22 still alive, potential enemies. Effect: repercussions from G22. Who is this G22? Maybe I can look it up in my dossier. But anyway, you know, when you play through these games and when people do actually watch them, which doesn't happen really unless you buy the game right at release date. And
so something's interfering with the transmission.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
Great. You guys again. And I take it you're the
G22.
leader. I ran into a little friend of yours tonight, hanging out with your G22 buddies. She's quite the little firecracker, although she doesn't talk much. Well, except with those pistols.
We are nihilists.
My bodyguard, Sis, and I know you spared her life. That's why I'm calling.
What, you want a rematch? I'll just knock her out again.
I'm here because I wanted us to meet face to face.
Uh-oh.
I think we may have a mutual interest here in Moscow.
So should I ask what G22 is doing in Moscow? You guys sure seem to get around.
It's a rather long answer, Mike. One I'd like to discuss more.
Oh, he's being casual, calling me Mike.
Is your bodyguard invited? If so, I'll need body armor.
I'm afraid it's required she be present. We're not supposed to be apart. It's how G22 operates in the field. But like you, I tend to bend the rules for the sake of the greater good. I'll leave the choice up to you, but I can't wait long. If you want to discuss your future, then meet me at the following coordinates. It isn't far. And come alone.
Alright. But I better not be walking into an ambush. And tell Sis to
I really don't want to fight this bitch
I will
again.
not wait long, Mike. So if you want to speak to me, you'll have to do it soon.
Alright, I guess we'll do this next, huh guys? Find out who these Albatross characters are. See if we can find out anything right now. G22. Alright, here we go. It is not known if the name G22 refers to the organization itself or simply a cell or a set of cells within it. G22 is believed to be comprised primarily of former soldiers and intelligent operatives, which suggests the organization as a whole is familiar with the operating protocols of multiple intelligent groups worldwide. The skill with which G22 is able to cover their tracks provides ample support for this theory. Due to their ability to lure experienced members despite being recognized as a criminal organization by most UN nations, it is assumed G22 has extensive funding to cover the cost of their operations. Even G22's division of command is not fully understood, but considering their network, it is assumed their goals involve political and economic operations on a global scale. Do we have any information on Albatross? Yes. Little is known of codename Albatross. It is believed he is a former CIA analyst who faked his death and surgically altered his face and fingerprints. How a low-ranking, non-violent analyst would turn up leading a cell of covert G22 operation is even more difficult to understand. Whether or not Albatross shares his identity with the former CIA analyst or was responsible for the murders of other individuals within his division, he should be approached with caution, taken in by any means necessary. Yeah, well, who can I take him into now that I've gone rogue? Still, hopefully I can maybe form an alliance. Sis. Late teens, early 20s. Most of the existing information on codename Sis comes from Interpol records, ones that were isolated when a computer virus attacked their servers in '06 and erased almost 3 years of evidence compiled on G22. Alright, guys. Let's see if I got any email. Just know that my fucking pistol and other weapons suck. I got no new email. I didn't really collect too much money from this thing. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. I gotta stockpile some fucking cash. And hopefully somebody will mail me some money like what happened in the first act, where I got forwarded like 30 G's. Alright. He wants to meet me. He wants to know a thing or two about my mission in Halbeck. Okay. Let's go. Let's do this. Alright, I hope it just goes cool, man. Let it go cool. And if that chick's your daughter, remember, Albatross, I let her live. Here it is. Uh-oh. Fuck.
If you're here for another ass kicking, say the word.
It's all right, sis. Hello, Mike. No trouble finding the place I own.
You wanted to meet face to face. Why?
I wanted to talk about you and the organization I represent. You spared Sis's life. For that, you have my thanks.
I have something of hers. Here.
Did she give that to you? I see.
Oh,
The
shit.
locket is a childhood memento. Perhaps those days are gone. Regardless, thank you for sparing her life. The gratitude comes from both of us, it seems.
Sorry it came to that. I didn't want to fight her, but the situation didn't leave much time for talking. Although she's not much of a talker, I take it.
She's a mute. Let's walk. Sis will make sure we're not interrupted.
Alright.
So, what did you want to talk about?
I know to all outward appearances you're a rogue agent. I also know about Alpha Protocol, and in your case, it's being used for its intended purpose.
Wasn't my choice, really. One of my associates made the decision.
That's right, they fired missiles
I
at
disagree.
me.
You had other options, I'm sure. Did enacting Alpha Protocol change your mission?
No.
Then you should be proud of your accomplishment.
What accomplishment?
It's not often that one gets to turn the tools of their own government against them, and for the right reasons. And Alpha Protocol, it is a powerful tool.
Between Halbeck and you, I'm beginning to feel like everyone knows about Alpha Protocol.
It may seem that way.
Not so
I
secret, is
argue
it?
you're simply traveling in a smaller circle here, on the fringe of international politics.
I don't know what you want, Albatross. G22's agenda? Doesn't seem like you have one.
No. We have aspirations, as does any government. But we believe that agendas are accomplished by careful study and observation. If the status quo is disrupted, it makes predicting triggers and events more difficult. It's an odd thing. A government-sponsored program whose purpose is to prevent being policed by its own government. Now, what kind of foundation is that for a country?
I guess you have to trust your country and act in its best interests.
Yeah.
Do you trust your country?
I do. I believe in the mission.
I propose we become allies.
What, I become a member of G22?
No. I propose we cooperate. You will find that as extensive as Alpha Protocol's leftover safe houses and gadgets are, well, G22 has access to much more.
And the price.
Let us say I owe you. You've already paid me. And the only currency I value. What do you say?
Alright. I need all the friends I can get.
Need to form an
For some
alliance.
reason, I trust you.
You won't regret it, Mike.
Shit.
We're out of time, I'm afraid.
Well, that was scary what they just did.
Work ahead of you.
Albatross. I need to know something.
Yes. What?
This business with Halbeck. I can still prevent it, right? There's a way to stop them. This isn't going to end well, is it?
Mike,
Fuck.
it never does.
Turn around and try to shoot. Oh, that was scary. Alright, we'll review.